there.
When you're with a coho on the old moonshine, baby.
Oh, no hole coho. Man, we haven't been out here 10 minutes. This is the third fish.
A sunset coho, baby. Well, you've been here a minute and a half. Let's go get them.
Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's show. You know what? It's one of them kind of things where we were actually fishing with Jeff Vandermortel today, got done early, headed up to see our good friend Tommy Hicks from Beyond the Catch. We were planning on fishing with him tomorrow. He's like, hey, I got the big boat all ready to rock and roll. Let's quick go out and see if we can get on some coho. We're gonna sleep in the boat tonight. We're gonna go to a good restaurant. We're gonna have a couple of beers and have a good time. And there he is, Beyond the Catch, Tommy Hicks.
Good to be back in the boat.
It is.
You can tell by the marina, we're like, well, one more boat went in today. We've been the only guys in all week.
Okay.
We just started, we were in the small boat. We just started in the big boat. There's so many salmon around. I have not been out after 1 p.m., so we're totally gonna go wing it.
Holy cats.
I don't think it's gonna be a problem. Beautiful couple days we got. No wind tomorrow, 79 degrees. It'll be like 35 when we get up.
Right.
I'm hoping we can cast them. I picked up a bunch of little Cleos.
Yep.
I don't think it's gonna be a problem. We kind of got these fish on a tight area. I'm gonna check them tonight, and we're not gonna beat them up. I'm gonna leave them. There's plenty in the channel.
Right.
And we'll start right there tomorrow. We should be able to get some browns, some splake, and a bunch of cohos.
Hey Tommy, let's talk about why is this fishing just so darn good? The last couple of years, the fishing's just been phenomenal. You guys typically have good fishing, but this year and last year have been just excellent.
So we've had a big herring bloom, so that blew up the whole fishery. They say that there's only been 4 years that hatch happened in my lifetime.
Holy man.
So we have a lot of really big herring, but we've had this small class of herring, and they have a ton more protein in them than even the smelt.
Right.
They say one of them is equal to like 7 or 8 smelt. So you watch our normal cohos in the fall would be like 26 inches, 5-6 pounds. We were getting them 34 inches and breaking records at 12 and 13 pounds.
Woo! Just because of the amount of forage and how healthy that forage is.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
And the coho class depends on what kind of weather they had when they went up the rivers, every year.
Right.
So we've just hit some really good springs or the fall, where we haven't had a whole ton of runoff because we haven't had much. Nothing.
Right.
And they've been able to just take off. I thought we caught so many all winter. I was thinking, how in the world are we ever going to be able to catch them in the spring? And there's still just as many as ever.
Tomorrow we're actually going to be taking the V208 Warrior out here and casting for him. I'm pretty excited about that. We only got a couple hours. Let's hit the throttle. Willie, you ready to go? Let's go.
Larry, let me tell you, the moonshine, you'll see that's been going to the Steely Ranger, has been our hot one.
Okay.
Love that. I don't care where I'm at in this lake, that's a hot spoon.
Well, you got a fly in your hand right now.
The average man flasher. She's coming in at 6 inches.
Yeah.
Corey from Marine General's making them.
Okay, I like Corey.
And then we got the little peanut fly on the back, about 16-inch lead on that.
Okay.
That thing, since we were out here 2 winters ago, Corey sent me some of them. Unbelievable how many fish. I never used to catch fish on a flasher in the spring. That was a fall deal.
That's crazy.
Or summer for Lakers.
Right.
But unbelievable how many. And the days when they won't hit everything else,
they'll hit that
this will
fly
save you.
in the flasher.
Yeah. And I'm only going out about 35 feet.
That's it, huh?
So the big thing, Larry, is the distance behind the board.
Right.
So some days I'm only back 30 feet. Some days I'm only, if I go to a deep diver, maybe I'm back less than that, 20.
Yeah.
Some days I'm back 120 is about my max. You don't really need to go any further, and you're not gaining a whole bunch after that. But it's just, I think it can be, if they're spooky, but most of it is how far down the water they are.
Right, in the column, huh?
Yeah. You want to know what drives old Willie nuts? Oh, he's calm right now. The clicker. When this clicker goes off, the dog goes berserko. So one thing I like to do is, on the charter boat, we're only going to put a few lines out today, but a lot of days I'm running 14 to 18 lines. So I'll put one half the boat out with short leads, and I'll put one half the boat out with long leads, and then you're just trying to find the color and what side they want for a depth of the bait. And then you just vary in your speeds. You're doing turns, inside turns, outside turns, and kind of pay attention to pay attention to what board's getting hit and what speed you were at when it got hit. Let that out 60. The color assortments that Corey's got on these flashers, this has been another hot one. I just got this one about 2 days ago. Got every single color known to man. Ooh, that's a little tight. We don't like that, Nick. Blair? She did. Number one rule on a boat we were talking.
What's your number one rule?
Stop boat when a fish is on or
Right.
catch the fish.
What is your number one rule? See if you remember.
The captain's always right.
Okay, what's the number 2 rule?
It's a really easy one. You
Okay.
simply refer to rule number 1.
Yeah, okay. Number 1 rule for me on a vessel with Tommy Hicks, don't cook bacon in the boat. We almost had to jump out of the vessel.
Yeah.
We almost had to call the Coast Guard.
Grilling bacon on a boat.
It's not a good thing.
Not a
Don't
good
do
thing.
it. Don't try. Even if you're a trained professional, do not try grilling
If
bacon.
you make a tinfoil pan and go to take the bacon off in waves and you poke a hole through that tinfoil.
Yeah, it could be ugly.
Blair, we ain't that dumb.
Yep.
You never let go of the first fish.
No, I agree with you, especially because I'm taking Coho home.
I know. You know, I got a grill for tomorrow, and I think I'm going to get you back and try grilling on your boat.
I think not. I don't grill on my boat. That's number
He's trying
1
to
rule.
say he hasn't grilled on his boat
No.
yet.
No, we were really close to right, jumping out. But can I do that too? I gotta pee too.
Yeah, everybody can pee on the boat.
Really?
Not on the dock line, dude. I told you to pee on the side without the dock line. When a dog lives on a boat, you gotta let him take a pee. So he was trained to actually pee, and he'll always pee in the corner of the boat.
What do you got there?
Pressure washer.
Wow,
Huh?
that's pretty interesting.
It's just enough to take the blood off the deck when it's a little dry.
Right. Got him?
Got him.
Nice job. Man, we haven't been out here 10 minutes. This is the third fish.
I'm telling you, they're
Jeez.
so ungodly thick.
Well, and I look at it here is that the eating quality is like second to none.
I've been putting them in the air fryer now.
In the air fryer.
So I put lemon pepper, little Lowry's on there, put the air fryer maxed out at 400 in like 3 to 4 minutes.
That's it.
Fish and chips for lunch, like you couldn't get any easier. These are a couple of smaller ones, but they're good eating.
Well, you got to start somewhere,
If we only didn't have an hour, I'd be more picky, but we're gonna get our 10 and
right?
get in for some dinner. I mainly just wanted to check this point. We're gonna cast that point right there tomorrow, right there.
Okay.
Oh, we got another one, Larry.
Oh, I got that one, boys.
There you go, buddy.
Thank you,
The
buddy.
drag's a little loose.
Tighten it up just
Just a brownie.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's pulling good. We've been getting some big browns in the mix too, so even though you're getting a lot of these salmon, you got a chance at getting Xander had a 40-inch northern this morning right here.
North, really?
Well, you that giant we had through the ice was right on.
Okay.
hooking, you know, this winter.
That's a little bit better fish for
Is
sure.
it?
Yeah.
Good. So far, the distance behind the board ain't making a difference. They're just feet, which is great. We'll see how long we get. Usually here, in the past, I don't fish a lot, especially at night because it's time to go to bed. But
Yep.
when that sun hits the horizon, they kind of.
They turn off, huh?
Oh, look at this guy. He's like, theirs getting a little better, Larry. You got
That's-
that, 17-incher.
Yep, that's
They get a lot more girth to them.
yeah.
See them on the graph. So one of the common things guys do out here, you can see these groups of bait on here, and you'll see at times they're 15, 20 foot up off the bottom, and generally a lot of the ones we mark are in that bottom part of the graph. A lot of people think that they need to get down to that bait to catch these fish, and I think a lot of these salmon just hover over the top of that bait fish and go down there. They don't want to be down there, but they're going down there and grabbing them when they need to. Just fish over the top of that bait, you can be in the top. I don't ever need to go deeper than 15 foot down.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy cats.
20 if it's dead calm and a ton of boat traffic. But a lot of times just get away from the traffic.
Brownie. First brownie. Nice.
That's a good eater brown there.
We'll take that. Nice brown.
Nice brown trout, eh, Willie? Willie likes to clean every fish. He's got the softest coat in the harbor.
Yeah. All
A
that
lot
good
of
oil.
omegas for that guy. Well, that's a nice, your 17-inch brown. Delicious. And there's some of your cohos up above.
No ho 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 coho.
The average man, that new color.
The new color.
The new color, actually, boy, it's a nice coho. It
Feels good?
Yeah. Get a lot of gas. I'm messing around with a little bit of leaders, so this one's about 20 inches. My other one's at 16. Easy. He ate that
You
fly.
think that extra 4 inches makes a big difference just in the action or what?
Yep. That pretty, you can see in the sun. Look at that pretty color on their back. It's like a bluish green, matches the water. Identical. You'll never see these things underwater unless you see their size.
They're almost invisible, huh?
Yeah. Willie is loving the blood. Larry's got one on the moonshine.
On the moon.
You come up here in the spring,
My
though,
favorite
don't
lure.
hesitate to you got the spoons and the flashers. A lot of things guys kind of leave in the leave at home till later in the summer.
The moonshine.
That's a little brown again.
A little brown, I'll take them. There's a size limit on the browns.
15 on browns, yep.
Okay.
Salmon are no size. They used to be 15 when I was young, but when you handle a salmon, you know all their scales come off,
right,
and that kills them. So they finally went to a no size on the salmon.
That makes sense. Hey, I'll tell you what, when it comes to any kind of salmon or trout fishing, definitely you gotta check out the selection of moonshine spoons. Absolutely killer. Anybody that does a lot of trout or salmon fishing will tell you it's definitely one of the best spoons on the market.
He made the size bracket, Larry.
He did make it?
He made it.
I knew he would.
That's another one on that flasher. I'm telling you, when these fish get hesitant on the stick baits, out on the dipsy, I'm out 30 feet right now, so that's only going down
he's off.
10 foot.
No, he's still there. Yep. What do you got going on that? The old dipsy? Ooh.
Get him.
Good boy. Nom, nom, nom. Love them coho.
That baby, she's hot. There it is. Roof! Roof! Get him, Willie! Get him! What do we got?
Oh, that's a nice one. That fly.
So you see how these stick baits shut off? That sun's getting down now. These fish are starting to kind of probably be close to done for the day.
Yep.
And our last 4 or 5 bites right here.
All on
we wouldn't have had that thing on.
Yep.
We wouldn't have, it'll be half these fish today.
Keep it dialed.
A sunset coho, baby.
Whooshka mika. Hey everybody, I'll tell you what, Tommy and I, definitely Tommy, accomplished what we needed to do, found out where the fish are stacked. So we're gonna come back out in the morning with the Warrior and cast. Got a bunch of different baits that we're gonna try. We're gonna start off with Cleos right away. Got some other kind of jigging spoons too, the moonshines. We're gonna go in and, where are we going for dinner?
We're gonna go to Morty's Pub in Bayfield for dinner.
Okay.
Called Anna up and the
Anna.
crew. It's a really nice bar restaurant in Bayfield. They're gonna stay open for us a little bit longer so we can get some food. I told her we're gonna be late.
Yeah, let's get her going. I'm starving.
Yeah, let's go get some dinner. Can't wait. We'll show you guys a little evening on the boat. I spend a lot of time on the boat. I grew up sleeping on boats in the Apostle Islands.
Yep. I'm excited about that.
And look
Good
at this
sleep.
evening. Are you kidding me? How about this?
Yeah, you got to get that one.
Ender just popped it off. He must have been following it.
There when
Ender
you're-
with a coho on the old moonshine, baby.
Oh, no ho coho.
That is a mess. Look at that bloody mess of fish. We literally came out here maybe an hour and a half, and really 45 minutes of it we spent in the area. We're on a point right in Schwamigan Bay. There is a ton of fish there, and I think tomorrow morning it's going to be just a beat down. Dad's going to be on a charter. He's literally going to use us like a walleye marker. Really feel that. Pulling up to the big old town of Bayfield.
Well, Tommy, this is not a bad way to finish up beginning of our show here. Tell everybody where we're at.
Yep, so we came to Morty's Pub. It's downtown Bayfield. They got excellent menu. I think Anna and the whole crew here, super good. We got burgers. Would you get fish tacos? We got a fish and chips. Had a little sunset cruise over here.
good.
Park right at the city dock. We got a mile down back to the marina. We're gonna go back clean some fish here in a little bit. But let's get some food and get a nap.
Yeah.
It's almost like the days when you had a Harley and you were waving to the guy on a bike. You see another Warrior on the water, you just get a good feel.
First class all the way from the people that ride them to the people that make them.
They do such a nice job with communication. They'll pick up the phone anytime. It's really almost a friendship.
You could be in any state, and when somebody with a Warrior drives by you, you get that honk, that beep. You're truly part of a family, and there's nothing like it.
Introducing Forever Barnwood. Transform your space with the warmth and character of a genuine barnwood look. Forever Barnwood offers over 200 authentic barnwood products. We are commercial and food safe. Our products are available in unlimited quantities while still providing the consistency you need to complete large projects. All of this while still looking like it came out of a 100-year-old barn. Forever Barnwood. Bring the history inside.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Boy, I had a great night's sleep. That's one of the first times I've ever actually scheduled sleeping on a boat. Hopefully that makes sense to you. What a beautiful day. We're up in Ashland here, actually up in Bayfield. This is where Tommy keeps his boat. We're gonna be leaving here running up and launching and going out. And today it's no doubt Warrior Day. We're gonna be casting for Coho.
Larry forgot to plug the boat in last night. We'll see how this operation goes. So Dad just came by, they doubled up, and all I hear is giggles.
Stop having so much fun over there.
Going through the colors. Dad's catching them trolling. He just got 3. We know there's a bunch in here. Now we got to find out what they want. What are you pulling up there, Larry?
I'm pulling the flash bait.
Something's gonna work. We're just gonna putt around now and look for these clouds of smelt. We're not seeing the big, usually there's 10, 15, 20 foot. Dad's trolling to the south and he says there's a lot of smelt. So we're just gonna slowly go down there and look for more bait.
The waves behind me, you'll mark smelt. We just caught another one right here.
You know how bad I want to put them trolling baits out right now? Senior just ripped in 5 fish. He's honking it. He's rubbing it in.
Yeah, I got them everywhere. Oh, I'll tell you what, we're gonna troll for a while. Hey, here we go. Now, what do we got on this one?
That's the Cleo. I put a little white twister on there too.
Really? The old Cleo.
I put that bait behind the prop wash. We were going like 2 miles an hour, 1.5, and it got smoked right away. So
I
we
love
said,
this
well,
stuff. Look at how clear that water is. On the Cleo. Nice job, Cleo.
Broke the ice, Lair.
Cleo's been around since I've been a little kid, right? Menominee Park, Lake Winnebago, way before I had a boat, right? And I would just go cast off the shoreline and just pound them on the Cleo. And now you look at the Cleo, all the different colors that they have, it's just a proven bait without a board. Woo! Nice job. Aim
Hooked
on.
up on the Megs Trolling Series.
What do you got on this bait?
This is another Cleo.
Another Cleo.
Got a little pattern going. That Cleo's gonna work. I'm wrong.
What?
The flash.
It's on the flash? Smoke that flash on the flash bait.
On the new
Hey,
flash.
everybody thinks about the flash bait as casting it. But I'll tell you what, it is definitely a great trolling bait
The
too.
rattle that bait's going, so I'm only got it out 25 foot behind that. It's probably going down 4 foot. Because everything's up top, or they're chasing it. We saw them chase
Yep.
on the live scope today.
Yep, we did.
There it is, the first one on the flash. So one of my favorite wrap colors is that hot steel pattern on this lake.
It
It's
is,
the blue
huh?
with the orange and yellow on it.
Yep. You know, again, that flash bait, everybody thinks of it as a bait that you cast, and it's an incredible casting bait, but it's an awesome trolling bait too.
For sure. And I think if we had a little more weather, that casting's gonna work.
Yep.
It's just such a dead calm day. You can see the trollers were just getting too many. It was driving us berserko.
Right? You can't beat them, join them. The old church board is sliding back. Feels like a good fish. Here's a situation here. I fished.
Reel and do it at the same time,
I've-
or we're gonna have a major situation.
I fished in Tommy's boat many a times. He just takes my rod, sets it down on the ground, right? And it's got a spoon on it, right? And if a coho grabbed that rod would be like a torpedo. You gotta stay on this guy. Leo. Little modification, little plastic on the back of your spoon when you're trolling. There we go. Another one back
Another
on
one?
him. Yep, on the old flash. No, I got that one out a little bit farther. Yep. Hey, I'm loving this. You know what? That's the part I just love. I love Lake Superior. I love this kind of fishing. I wanted to get them today casting, but no wind, right?
You can see this weather. I mean, it's just, they'd follow it. They'd tick the bait some, very little. A new trick for me now. I'll be borrowing a couple out of Larry's
You got it, buddy.
box.
You're more than welcome. Hey everybody, this week's tip of the week brought to you by our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats, the finest jerky on the planet. Hey, Tommy has got a new one for me, and I'll tell you what, if I didn't see it happen, I would definitely not believe it, but let's talk about this one.
Notice the bites were coming in towards the boat. Our line's right next to the boat we're getting it. But it kind of everything slowed down, so I simply took that kicker. You can see right now I got it just enough in the water so we can still keep our forward momentum. And it's making this prop wash triple, quadruple of what we had. And within a minute of when we did that, we caught at least 4 fish.
This week's tip of the week, again, brought to you by our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats, the finest jerky on the planet.
Here we got one.
Tommy said to me, there's no wind out here at all. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna raise that kicker up, and look what it's doing,
Another one.
creating ripples. And absolutely is this I have never seen ever before. Holy man, we got a double going. Look in the back, he lifted the kicker up, got the kicker halfway out of the water, created all that turbulence in the water. This is no BS, and game on, fish on.
We had that lund back in the day, and we'd raise up that kicker to do the same thing on a calm day.
Yeah.
Just look at the ripples that's making now. You got that motor all the way down. It's like barely making.
The flashes are definitely kicking some hiney.
You can tell what they're eating. That's our smelt right there. So all that stuff you saw in the graph today, it's just thousands and thousands of these things.
Hey Tommy, what a fun day and a half we had. You know, last night on the charter boat, really just whaling the coho.
Beautiful evening.
That was a great dinner, and that's really what it's all about. And today we came out and tried to cast for them, and it just did not work, right?
It was just too nice. They
Way
weren't digging it this morning. We had a cold night, so they weren't going right away, but the window when they were really, well, we saw Dad in the charter boat.
Right.
The window when they were really going, we casted the whole thing, but then we switched it up, and what we were doing was moving with the trolling motor, and I was getting bites behind us in the prop block.
Come on,
But
Willie!
it definitely worked out. I mean, it started with some of them Cleos, and then it really took on to them flash baits. That was pretty. It'll pick up again this afternoon. We got this midday lull going, so I think we'll go in and get a little, bite to eat. We got plenty of fish.
We got plenty of fish. Let's tell everybody how they can get a hold of you,
You
Tommy.
can go, we got online booking at beyondthecatch.com, or you can give me a call or a text at 715-292-4342. We'll always have Willie on the boat.
You ain't kidding about that. Like I do each and every week, and it's one of the most important things to us to give thanks to all of our men and women in the armed services for the great service that they've given this country and continue to give this country. I say it all the time. I don't get sick of saying it, but I know exactly why we live in the greatest country in the world and have these great resources. It's because of our military men and women and all of our law enforcement people. So special thanks to them, along with all of our firefighters, paramedics, and no doubt all of our police officers. Hey, it is a great day to be alive, you guys, and we'll see you guys and gals again next week, and thanks for joining us.